Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here and have never seen my face, my name is Zaria, and if you're returning, hey bestie girl. So before we get into this video, okay, this is part 2 of our spicy Q&A. This video is rated G for grown. If you don't like sex talk is cringy to you. If you don't like talking about it, if you don't like hearing about it, if you're a family member, mom, auntie, grandma, cousins, all y'all, go ahead and pause now and click out. Now that they're gone, welcome back to another spicy Q&A. So I asked you guys some questions on 2 separate occasions. The first round of questions was given very much so watered down and rated PG-13. Now the second round of questions, I got some spicier questions, and also I just got some really good questions. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So I'm just looking through my Instagram poll. Have y'all ever hunched at a public place? Have y'all ever hunched at a public place like a park or gas station? Yes, we definitely have, like Waffle House parking lot. We've had our fair share of car moments. How many times in a day do y'all do the do? There's not a certain amount of times in a day, because some days go by and we don't do anything, and then some days we've done it 3 times in a row, morning, noon, and night. So it just depends on the day, and it also just depends on the kids, if they're napping or if they're here. So that's that. Will y'all ever have a threesome? Fuck no. How do you keep your sex life active? Do you guys use toys or anything? We definitely do use toys. I feel like if you're with someone and you're not having sex, you're not romantic partners, you are literally just freaking roommates. I'm never going to the roommate stage with my husband. Some kind of way, shape, or form, we're gonna make time for sex when the kids go to bed, even if it's just a lunch break quickie while the kids are taking a nap. We always squeeze in a tiny window for sex, and yes, we do use toys. We love to use toys, specifically just on me. It's really just spice up everything. If you guys watched my last vlog, you actually saw that we went to the sex store. We were trying like a new heating and cooling lube. By the way, it's 0 out of 10. I didn't feel no heating and no cooling. I love using toys, and my husband don't mind. So yeah. How many times a day do you think you should have sex with your husband? Going back to the other question, I don't think there's a set number in a day, because sometimes he just might be tired, or you might be tired, or somebody's having a stressful day. But when y'all in the mood, fuck each other. Like, do it. Drunk sex or high sex? Definitely drunk sex, because neither me or my husband, neither one of us smoke. But definitely drunk sex. Drunk sex is, y'all, if y'all watch the Tipsy Talks, then y'all know as soon as I have like a little bitty alcohol, I get the butterfly effect. Now what the butterfly effect is basically, as soon as you start consuming alcohol, your vagina basically feels like it has a heartbeat, like it's beating, like it's doing like a Kegel. It's begging. So definitely drunk. How much do you think is healthy hunching in marriage? You can't put a number on it. Like, you can't put a number on it. I have an app which I hit a heart every time we have sex. I hit a heart. Some months we might hit 24 days. Some months we might hit 19 days. It just depends, y'all. Honestly, there's no right or wrong answer. It basically goes off of you and your partner. So if y'all are having more or less sex and y'all want more or less sex, communicate that with your partner for sure. Do you prefer to get or give head? Honestly, I love both. I'm a huge fan of 69. I love to be munched, and I love to slob on that fucking knob. So my husband can't last 10 minutes. Any tips on how I can make him last longer? I'm gonna say, well, I don't know. Y'all give bestie girl some tips. Honestly, I was gonna say try like foreplay beforehand. Don't just go straight into it. But foreplay might turn him on more and make him bust even quicker. So y'all give bestie girl some tips down below. How do you guys maintain romance with 2 babies and keeping it spicy, being that you're busy? I'm never too busy to have sex. I'm never gonna be too busy to have sex. If the boys are taking a nap, or we just see like a small window of opportunity, we're going to take that small window of opportunity. I'm never too busy to have sex. Even if I go downstairs, put the kids to bed, and then have sex, and then come upstairs and edit, do wigs, whatever I need to do, I'm always always gonna make time to be spicy with my husband, always. You should play the Let's Get Deep game and then do a spicy Q&A. I have to look that up, and maybe we can do a part 3 with that game, but I'll look it up and see what we can, you know, get going. Have you tried or would you try anal sex? Me and my man recently did this, and woo. I told y'all in the last spicy Q&A, my brother-in-law is gay, and he'll be telling me all the stuff, and I'm like, bro, you have a tough butt, because anal, like, it it ain't never gave. Like, I can't, because it hurts, babe. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I ain't with it, because y'all be doing butt stuff. Y'all be doing anal. Do you and CJ wait until both the boys are asleep? Of course. I'm never going to expose my kids to any sexual behaviors or any sexual noises. I'm never going to expose them to that. So yes, we do always wait until the boys are asleep. What I like about the build of our home is the boys have like their wing of the house and we have our wing of the house. And then I always have my babe cave. So even if we just want to like come up here, get on my couch, hunch on my couch, whatever, we try to keep the noise to a minimum. But I am a moaner, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, everything's good. I put the little sound machine on in the boys' room, or else like their little thunderstorm on the TV, so it'd be kind of masking the sounds. But of course, we always wait until the boys are sleeping. Have you ever had to teach a man how to please you? If so, how does that go? So I feel like once you get married, you are committing to one man for the rest of your life. That it means mentally, physically, in all kinds of ways, you're committing to him forever. So if, like, for me personally, I'm a talker. I told y'all I'm a nasty talker. I'm gonna talk my stuff, baby. That's one thing about me. I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna tell my husband, like, even like when we have sex, I will like you know, like, yes, right there. Yeah, not like that voice, but you know, right there, daddy. Yes, fuck me. Yes, I'm going to coach him. If I like something that he's doing to me, I'm going to vocalize that so that he knows that I like that. So I don't know if you would call it like coaching, but honestly, don't be afraid to voice what you need in the bedroom, because pleasure is 50-50. Both of you guys should feel satisfied in the end, because that's the end goal for the both of you, or orgasm. So both of y'all should feel satisfied in the end. So definitely communicate that. Don't feel bad for communicating that, because there's nothing wrong with healthy communication. And yes, how long after birth did you wait to have sex? Y'all asked this in the last one too. First time when Carter was born, it was like 9 weeks, and then once after baby K was born, me and my husband was living in different countries. My husband was in Asia, I was in the US, and we didn't see each other until K was almost 3 months. So we waited, girl. Sloppy head or neat head? Sloppy? What the heck? Who finna be neat? Like I'm pulling on a straw? No. Wet face, wet mouth, running all down my arms. Sloppy. You and your husband spice things up. Occasionally we're gonna do lingerie. Occasionally I like to dress it up, but don't get me wrong, I could be wearing I told y'all, family reunion shirt with the letters peeled off, he's still gonna lift it up, okay? But literally sometimes I just like to put on some nice sexy lingerie and just, you know, and toys. A great way to spice it up. Don't be scared of toys. I know one of my besties had sent me a DM and was like, her boyfriend doesn't like toys. He feels like she's using the toys to replace him, and honestly I feel like they just haven't tried sex with toys. You have to try it in order to know if you like it or not. And sometimes for us as women, it's a little bit harder for us to get an orgasm, and with clitoral stimulation and vibrations, it makes getting an orgasm much freaking easier. So I love toys, baby. I'm not gonna cap to you, I love a toy. Do you prefer, oh, I already answered that one. How many times a week do y'all hunch? Like I said, it literally varies. I know, like this past week, child, probably about 7 freaking times in the past 5 days. But our kids was gone with their Grammy. Like, we was just in the house and we was just able to, I call it like makeup sex, and not because we've been having like a rough patch, but because who don't want to have just butt booty naked nasty loud as you want to sex with your partner? You can't really do that when your kids here. So when my kids be gone, that's just makeup sex, making up for lost time. So okay, next question. Has your husband ever cheated? Fuck no. I don't play about no cheating. Either I'm everything or nothing, but nothing in between. Stand on that. Where's the spicy questions? Lights on or lights off? Me personally, I'm a it don't matter type girly. I used to be so I want the lights off, but now honestly, leave them on. See the mess that we making. See my faces. Like, see me make a mess on you. Like, leave them on. How do you become more freaky for your husband and not be awkward? Honestly, just trial and error, bestie. Just keep trying little things. Come out your shell. Eventually you'll come out your shell. I've been married for 6 years, with my husband for 7 years, and sometimes I still feel a little shy and awkward when I'm doing certain things, but I feel like, I don't know, that's just our little bubbly personality. Once we get out of our own heads, we can be the freakiest. Do you and CJ regret doing a vasectomy at a young age? It hasn't made a difference. No, we don't regret the vasectomy at all, because it means he can shoot the club up every day, every night if he wants to, and there's no babies. And I don't know, it's just something about being a Twinkie. It's somebody. Well, okay, Jada, just all out with it. Do you like sucking dick? Yeah, I do, and I like to do it real sloppy and nasty. What's your favorite position? I told y'all, front or back. You nail me down, beat it up, okay? Oh my god. All right, y'all, next question's gonna make me cringe. How long did your first time last? Probably 3 minutes. Fastest time you've ever finished? I can make myself finish fast. Like, if I'm just, are y'all against masturbation? Because I feel like so many people be just like against masturbation, and sex is cool and all, but sometimes you just want to do it in 1 minute and be done. And I feel like the fastest I've made myself finish is literally probably in a minute or two, because when you get that little thing on the right setting, it's over with. If your husband told you he killed someone, would you turn him in or cover for him? Honestly, I think I would cover for him. I'm definitely a ride or die type girly. I'm not turning him in, because they gonna have to come find him, and I know if he done killed someone, it's because someone was literally just, he had to have reason. He ain't just killing nobody for no reason. But I don't know what y'all think. Y'all covering for y'all man, or y'all snitching on them? Guilty pleasure. A guilty pleasure that I have is like, if I'm bored at home, like the kids gone, CJ gone to work, I would literally just go and like be looking at porn. I don't know, I have a Twitter account, and Twitter porn is insane. Literally, it'll just be like 3-4 second clips of like just little porn that it just gets me hot and bothered. I'll go take some pictures, send some pictures to my husband, be like, come home, with a wet emoji, like come home. It just turns me on. I don't know, that's the guilty pleasure I have. Like, if I'm bored, I ain't got nothing going on, I will literally just go and look at Twitter porn. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think that watching porn is cheating? Because I'm saying no. Like, I'm saying no. I'm telling y'all, that's my guilty pleasure. Like, I literally love to just go look at Twitter porn. I don't know why. It's crazy, it's weird, but I do like to go look at it. Sometimes you can find some really good ideas on there, new positions, new things to try with your spouse, and I'm all for it. Like, I'm all for it. $1 million twice a year until you're 30, or visit a loved one in heaven for the rest of your life. I'll probably take the $1 million, because honestly, I don't want to visit heaven until it's my time to go. So yeah, running red lights or nah. Honestly, day 1 and 2, I'm a heck no type girly. But if it's like day 3, day 4, those last few days, if we just really just can't keep our hands off each other and we really just want some, you know, sex, I will do it. But the first 2 days, heck no. Worst position you try and won't try again. Something that we literally found, that I found on Twitter porn, it's basically like you're in a handstand and it was horrible. I felt like I was about to pass out. Terrible. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. I don't even know what the name of it is. I'm gonna call it the diving board. It didn't give nothing. What's your opinion on incorporating food into intimate moments? Me personally, we've done like whipped cream, we've done the fruit roll-ups, and more recently the ice and all of that. I'm not opposed to it. I'm not opposed to it. Anything that elevates the moment, I'm here for it. What's the most intense physical sensation you've ever experienced? I think the most intense okay, it would have to be just when the vibes are just immaculate basically, and you just have time, like it's not a rushed session, and y'all have time to foreplay, which foreplay just gets me hot and ready and just ready to go. And then, you know, you just get your cookie cat ate out the frame, and now you begging for it basically. And basically from the back shots after you just got munched down. And then we had some little like wand. It wasn't one of them big power tools, it was a small mini one, and I hate that it broke, but we had like a small wand, and my husband would like put it on me, and that plus some intense backstrokes at the same time, I was having like an outer body experience. Like, what is this is tea. I love it. Don't stop, keep going. How do you feel about sharing intimate photos or videos with your partner? I randomly send my husband nudes all the time. I randomly send him videos of me in the shower all the time. I feel like it's a spontaneous thing that I like to do for him. He enjoys it, especially when he's at work. Like, I love to just randomly send it to him when he's at work. My husband is usually off working by himself, so I never worry about him being like amongst a lot of people. And usually when I send it, he'll be like on my way, like I'm coming home for lunch, I'm on my way. What's your favorite way to unwind and connect intimately after a long day? My favorite way to unwind, that would be a non-sexual way. Hold on, y'all, somebody called me. Are there any particular scents or tastes that drive you wild? It be some about, it just like my husband, like I don't really know if, I don't know, I just love the way he smells. Like when I go get in the bed, I'll literally just like snuggle up around his neck. Like it's just something about him. I was googling it one day, it said it's like pheromones. I don't know, but whatever it is, it just make me want to what is your take on incorporating music or other sensory experiences into the intimate moments? I love to put on music when we have a chance, and like tonight, it's a kid-free night. I love to incorporate music into sex. I go on Apple Music, I'll look up like sex playlists, and I just has like all like the old, like Chris Brown, there's Tank on there. I love it because I feel like my husband will start going to like the rhythm of the song, and it just really does something for me. So I love that. Have you ever had a fantasy about being watched or watching someone else? Me personally, no. Now I did have a friend, associate, whatever we're gonna call her, back in Japan, and one night we went out, and we went out to this thing called Gate 2. It was like a bunch of bars, and she was just telling me about how she had like a fantasy about, like, she wants her and her husband just to be having sex, and she wanted like people to watch them. And I personally had never thought about that until that moment. And when I got home, I was just thinking about it, and I just couldn't wrap my mind around being watched by other people, because I don't want nobody else being turned on by me. So no, bestie girl. How do you feel about engaging in intimate activities outdoors or in nature? Outdoors, it really don't matter to me, because I mean, me and my husband had sex in the backyard before, so it really don't even matter. Like, we got some little chairs out there, and he'll be sitting down, and I'll mount right up on while he's sitting in that chair. So when it comes to it, I'm spontaneous. And you also left me another question about how important is how important it is to be spontaneous. Me personally, I love routine in everything but sex. I don't want routine casual sex. I love spontaneous events. Like the other night we went to the sex store, got home, we can even get out the garage, like we ready to bust each other down. Like that's what I like. I want to have like that little experience where you like come in, like y'all know how in the movies they be coming through the door ripping each other clothes off. I love that. Like I absolutely positively love that. I feel like it's very important to be spontaneous because you will get bored just with routine casual sex. At least I know I will. If we literally got a sex schedule, like okay, we're gonna have sex Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday of every week, I'm gonna get bored with that. Can we spice it up? Can we make it like seem like you actually want me and don't make me feel like having sex with me is a chore? So are there any books, movies, or stories that have inspired your thoughts on intimacy? The show Sex Life on Netflix, I don't know what it is about Billy and that man on that show, but the way they be pounding each other down, both of them, Billy and her husband and Billy and her ex-boyfriend who is her mistress. If you have not seen that show on Netflix, has 2 seasons, 10 out of freaking 10. Like on one episode, Billy and her husband went to like one of his clients' house and they was like having sex in his pool and he ended up being home. It's just something about that show. Everything that was doing in that show had me hot and bothered. Like I'm finna go downstairs and start rewatching that series tonight. Like it just makes me want to go fuck my husband. I don't really know, it's something about that show specifically. Watch that show, and if you've ever watched that show, let me know what y'all think, because the way Billy was literally writing or typing on her computer in her little like diary and just like having all these intimate flashbacks in her head, something about that show get me hot and bothered. Like it gets me hot and bothered, and it really made me think like, okay, wow, I saw stuff in the movie that like I can incorporate into my own sex life. So even though I don't have a mistress, like some positions they was doing and stuff, because baby, when you can see, like you can see, it's not censored, you can see. So go check out that series on Netflix, y'all. 10 out of freaking 10. Okay y'all, my camera is starting to do the weird thing where it starts to talk about it's overheating. Let me know if y'all like these kind of little videos. I feel like we can do these more often, but we just have to keep the weirdos to a minimum. We got to keep them out of the freaking comments, because I literally gave a disclaimer at the beginning of the video. If this is not your style, this is not your speed, please don't watch the video. But thank you guys for connecting with me. Thank you guys for tuning in to another spicy Q&A. Leave me some questions, y'all, so we can do a part 3, because I love just sitting down chatting. Y'all know I don't mind when it comes to talking. Your girl's a nasty talker, boo, and I don't mind sitting down talking and chatting and catching up with my girlies about it. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, bestie girls. Mwah.